Hey everyone, welcome to my corner of the internet. This is kiralogues. I'm Kira, and this is the only place on the internet where you will find me just yapping about random stuff. So, what inspired this video was the fact that my favorite indie band released an album on YouTube, not on streaming services, on YouTube as a surprise to their fans. And it had a whopping 31 tracks. So imagine my surprise at 8 p.m. when I saw that there was something on YouTube from this band. And I just got really inspired because I was like, if my favorite indie band can post something, I can post something too.
Stand up now and face the sun. Won't hide my tail or turning.
This is the 5th iteration of kiralogues, I believe, and honestly, it's getting really fun. I decided that I needed to make something, but I'm getting a little bit of crochet fatigue because I have a market coming up on Saturday, April 5th, and I'm getting a little tired of it, but I needed to make something anyway. So I decided to try and go back to my roots, feel like I've done something with my life on that day since I hadn't made anything, and make something out of felt. And just disclaimer, I am about to talk it up a little bit. So if you want to put me on in the background, or just skip forward to the part where I show you what's in the thumbnail. I also will probably have the chapters marked out. If you want to learn something, just go ahead and do that. So back to the whole do something with my life statement. I feel like since this is a new channel, I do need to say something about what my life has been so far. So I'm about to give you the rundown. I'm Kira. That's a nickname. My name is actually Shakira. And I've been making crafty stuff for a long time, like years now. I've been doing this for years. And I've also been filming for years, but you wouldn't know it because there's nothing here to prove that. So you just gonna have to take my word for it. Like, my first videos have been wiped from the YouTube, the internet, anywhere. You can't find it. But I filmed stuff so much that my extended family came to know me as the one who would always have a camera. Not an actual camera though. You tripping if you thought I had an actual camera. No, I could not afford that. I had an Android tablet with a grainy camera, but I loved going around and filming stuff. Who knows what I was doing it for, because I wasn't posting it anywhere. Every time anybody was walking around, they knew that I was going to be there and I was going to have a camera in their face. So from my memory, my first ever YouTube video that I edited and posted was in the 5th grade, and it was actually a craft video, believe it or not. It was how to make glitter letters. For some reason, I love to be over the top, and there was an ABC World War II project that I had to do. Each letter of the alphabet corresponded with something relating to World War II, and I decided to make glitter and bead letters. And I remember maybe this was my first all-nighter. I have no clue. You know, building bad habits from a young age. But I decided to make a YouTube video, and it was how to make glitter letters. And honestly, for the life of me, I wish I had remembered or decided to archive the video instead of deleting it, but I don't think it exists anymore. I continued to film and do vlogs until middle school, where I did like in-person vlogs, and then my friends came to know me as the girl who was always gonna have a camera in your face after school. So that was a little bit great. And so then I started doing fandom stuff in high school, like any teenage girl does. And I started making edits, and I was on fandom internet, and it was really fun. And I didn't really post much of myself or anything until late high school, but even then I was doing like crochet stuff because I had started my business. But overall, I knew that I always wanted to wait until I was in my 20s to actually start filming stuff myself and, you know, kind of lock in on YouTube, because I don't know, I just feel like all of the YouTubers that I watched, they did all of this stuff when they were in their 20s and they were in college and all this other stuff. So I decided that was gonna be the time, and I guess what? The time is here. Roaring 20s, if you will. Don't even play. Like, I'm 20. I'm turning 21 this year. Doesn't feel real. But I'm going into my junior year very, very soon of college, and it's like actually insane. Anyway. So that is my very, very brief rundown of what it has been like to be Kira on the internet for this past like decade, or however old you are in 5th grade. So then that leads me into my next point, which actually first, so let me talk about what's going on in the actual video if you're even curious about that. Obviously, I got a little bit uninspired and overambitious with what I was doing, so I took it back to the basics and I did a star. Don't judge me. I haven't done felt crafts in years. I had a little business where I sold felt crafts for a short amount of time in like the 7th grade. I am a sophomore in college now. Don't expect me to know what I'm doing. So obviously the cat didn't work out. I still decided to try something new because obviously I want to be an overachiever. And so I got beads. I decided to do a little beading on my star to make it a little bit more intricate, complex, if you will. I wanted it to look better. And I got inspired by Pinterest, put some cute little things on there, put some buttons. There was no real plan. I just wanted to be like starburst, like sun, like beads, you know? And honestly, it came out really good. I'm not gonna lie. I really like it. And I'm gonna put it on my market table and hopefully it sells. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna put it on my own bag. I don't even care. That was my little spiel about that. Now, my next point was, what does it mean for me to be creative? And this kind of relates to the whole point that I made this video in the first place. So if you didn't know, which you probably don't, I film on my phone now because I literally bought this phone because it had a good camera, and I honestly, truthfully, wholly, fully feel like my phone hinders my creative freedom. And that's like such a basic take, but it's true. I just feel like I don't do well when I have access to my phone. Like, girl, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my mom was right. It really is that phone. Like, I'm sorry. She's not wrong. And I find myself saying that more and more these days, but she really was not wrong. And she is not wrong. And I love her. She's great. I didn't have access to my phone while I was making this. Obviously, I'm not saying technology is the problem. My phone is the problem. I'm fully aware and fully admit that I have a TikTok problem. If I had my access to my phone while I was making this, I would have been on TikTok. And I would have wasted 2 hours on TikTok instead of finishing what I made the video for, which really, really sucks. So, in an effort to replicate the feeling of seeing someone else be creative, I decided to film myself being creative and see how it went. And it helped me to lock in and finish what I needed to finish. I finished the whole process. My phone even died at some point. And I'm actually very well known for that because I am never aware of how much my phone is on. But you got the majority of the process, so it's fine. It's just, it's great. So the phone gone, creative freedom back, and relating to just creativity and not being on that dang phone all the time. I will say I used to love reading. I loved reading. Loved it before I got a phone. As soon as I got a phone, I stopped reading. Can't remember the last time I finished a book for my own pleasure. Not for school reading, for my own pleasure. Has never happened. Oh my gosh, that's like actually insane. Preposterous. I can't believe it. I've been saying this for years and it sucks that I feel like that, but I feel like I'm getting stupid, way more stupid, because I don't improve my vocabulary by reading or anything. Of course, I'm still doing work. I'm still like being smart, but I just feel like reading books so often as a youngin caused me to improve my vocabulary way more, and it just is stagnant right now. It's just not moving, but it's fine. But who's to say that I didn't even read for digital and immediate gratification still? Because if you were in school in the early 2000s, 2010s, I forgot when I was in elementary school, 2000s, you know about AR points. Accelerated reader, girl, I was locked in on that. Like, I wanted all of the points, and honestly, I'm getting scared that the only reason I was reading so much was because I wanted to take AR tests and get points, because my school let us get stuff with the points, like plushies and food and like tools, all this other stuff. So maybe I used reading for physical things and digital points, but I still love reading, and I remember loving reading even before AR points. So honestly, fight me about it. I don't care. I just feel like I need to start reading. And I got a deal with my dad where we both said we were going to read a book a month. Not a hard task, right? Impossible task. Impossible task. Neither one of us reads. We love to read. We like reading, but we can't. I know he hasn't finished a book, and I haven't finished a book either. I got like 20 pages into one, and then I got TikTok zoned. I got phone zoned. I'm sorry, it happened, but it's fine. That's the end of this kiralogue. It went by kind of fast, and this is how my little star turned out. Honestly, oh my god, it was so cute. Like, I'm in my Pinterest era. Like, I'm the one making the Pinterest videos, the Pinterest pictures. People are gonna be pinning my stuff. It's so cute. Like, I really like it, and these are my little aesthetic shots. I really loved it, and I want to make some more. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Kiralogue number 5, and I was just yapping, and I would love to yap some more. Bye.